In this lesson, we're going to learn how to add independent structural beams and structural beam systems. We're going to create two canopies that are framed with 6x6 steel tubes. Then we're going to frame in the opening with some more 6x6 tubes. There are two ways to add beams to the model. You can add them in one by one, point by point, or you can actually define a space, define the framing members and the spacing, and let Revit automatically fill the void. The objective of this lesson is to do both. First, we're going to attach some columns to the roof and make some other adjustments. Then, we're going to add the perimeter framing, then add beam systems to fill in the space. Open the file you've been working on, or open the file called Chapter 9 and follow along. As you can see from my example, we have two canopies that are framed in. Not too big, but enough to get the lesson across. There's one on one side, and there's one on the other side. If I go down to level 2, we'll see that we have the framing in place, level 2. If I turn on my hidden line, we'll see that the hidden lines get turned on as well. The first thing we're going to do is go to a 3D view. On the View Control toolbar, set your graphics display for shaded. We have some columns sticking through the roof, so go ahead and hold down the Control key and select them all. We could have picked a window around them, but sometimes you're better off selecting them one by one. Click Attach Top Base. Select the roof. Revit's given us a warning saying the structural column is attached to a non-structural target. That's fine. Just close out of that dialog. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's make some adjustments to these two columns. Holding down the Control key, select Column 1 and Column 2, and make sure the top level in the Properties is only going up to level 2. Hit Apply. Boy, they're a lot shorter than they were. Another problem is we need to make structural plans. If you go to your project browser, notice we have structural plans and floor plans. If you expand structural plans, we'll see that we're missing level 1 and level 2. That's okay, we can add those right now. If you go to the View tab, go to Plan Views, let's go to Structural Plan. Revit knows that these two are missing. Hold the Control key down and select level 2, so we have both selected, and then hit OK. Let's make sure we're in level 2 structural plan. Now let's start framing in these canopies. Set the detail level to Fine. Set the visual style to wireframe. Go to the Structure tab, then click the Beam button. Let's load a family in. So on the Mode panel, click Load Family. Let's scroll down till we find Structural Framing. Let's go to Steel. Let's go to HSS Hollow Structural Section again. Click Open. Let's find HSS 6x6 by 5/8. Once you find that, click OK. Let's go ahead and frame in some beams. Go to the intersection here or the midpoint, that's fine. Come over here to the midpoint. Notice that Revit gives us our beam cutback and everything. Go to the midpoint here. And go to here. Same deal. One last one on this wall. Go to the midpoint. Then to the midpoint. And it frames it in. Let's come in 6 inches off the face of the wall and draw a beam back this way. Revit frames it in. Now that we have that done, let's click on Beam System on the Structure panel. These variables are fine, but for the pattern, for the layout rule, let's select maximum spacing. Let's set that spacing for 4 feet. and click Apply. Notice if you hover over the vertical line, you'll get a vertical pattern. Horizontal line, you'll get a horizontal pattern. Let's put in a vertical pattern. So just come over to this framing member and pick it, and Revit's going to frame it right in for you. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's add one more beam so they can frame to it. Right-click on this beam, create similar. Let's come in 6 inches. Pick that wall. Pick the center line of that beam. And you got it. Let's repeat the procedure on the other side. Start the beam command. Let's frame in a beam here to here. Go ahead and click on the chain button to make the process a little quicker. Now click this beam to this beam. Notice that Revit is still drawing the beam. Pick this point here. Hit Escape once. Let's come in 6 inches from the face of the wall. And we'll frame into this beam. Hit Escape a couple times. It's getting fun. Now, on the Structure panel, let's click the Beam System button. All our defaults should be set. Come over to the vertical beam, pick it. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's add one more framing member, and we're done. Right-click on this beam, and go Create Similar. Let's come in 6 inches off the wall. Let's come straight down and frame into this beam here. Hit Escape a couple times. Turn your visual style to hidden line. Notice that Revit draws the hidden lines in there exactly how you would see it. Go to a 3D view to check out your canopies. I think they look pretty dandy. I'm always jealous of the structural people when it comes to modeling and beam systems. Boy, Revit has revolutionized that industry as well. The great thing is now we have all the structural tools that they have.